everybody, welcome to City Skylines, episode 22, in my beautiful city of Montreal. I am going to build a graveyard in this episode because we are collecting a lot of dead people, and I want to have a graveyard because it is more conventional than having crematoriums, which just burn the people. So having a graveyard will just make everything just cooler and more natural, I guess. And also, a graveyard's a very nice thing because if you make it nice, it basically is a park. So what I'm doing right now is it's because the graveyard's gonna be separated in two parts: the northern part and the southern part. And in the middle, there will be this boulevard crossing, which is now going in the tunnel. And to connect the north and the south part of the graveyard, there is this road right over here that I am building. And I'm placing these little archways above it just so it looks a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. So this is going to be the main entrance of the graveyard, right in front of this fountain. There will be this checkpoint type of thing. And the whole graveyard will be fenced with walls, surrounded by walls. So it will be pretty massive. So this is the southern part that you see right now. And then the northern part will be in the hills, right across the road. So this road right here that I'm building right now is going to be the road leading into the northern part, and off it will branch a lot of smaller roads. This is the first, because I will also be putting some crematoriums in the cemetery. And this is one of them. I'm gonna place a little church that you saw there. The church is actually a graveyard, you know? It acts as a graveyard, so it's perfect. I have crypts, I have just like fields of tombstones. I have lots of assets that I downloaded for this. So it turns out to look pretty nice. A very key element for these graveyards, which usually are very old, is to have winding roads, because that makes the whole graveyard look much more natural. I am adding a pretty big water feature in the graveyard because I had so much room and I was getting pretty tired of placing all the graves. So that's why I'm building a nice lake. And there will be a bridge connecting onto the other side. Yeah, so that thing emptied, perfect. So there you go, it connects pretty nicely, and the lake is starting to fill up, which is pretty cool. Along the main road I put walls, because little white walls that aren't too high, but just because on the main road there will be lots of cars passing, and I don't want them to disrupt the tombstones. So that is why I placed them. But on the smaller roads, you don't need to put walls. Just on the main roads of the cemetery. This big thing you see over here that looks more modern, that is a crematorium. Right now what I'm doing is I'm placing some garbage facilities, because, well, we need lots of garbage collection. And initially I placed them in the cemetery because they look pretty cool. I mean, they look like just like maintenance buildings, but the only thing is that they poop out garbage trucks. So I didn't want to have like a bunch of garbage trucks in the cemetery, you know. I'll just keep it for the hearses. So now I'm placing crypts, and over here I'll be building a little parking lot. And this over here that you just saw, that's what I used to place the tombs. And because initially I placed it here, but then I changed my mind a little bit, because we do need some parking lots, because this is a very nice graveyard, and you can walk around in it, and basically it could act as a park, except you kind of need to, you can't just come here just to have fun and screw around. You need to, you need to come and mourn someone. And that lake too is gonna be a very key element for this graveyard. So now I'm in the northern part, and I placed one of these more fancy crematoriums up here too. And I placed a lot of crypts. Do you see them? Yeah, these are the crypts. And the whole graveyard will look much better with trees. You'll see later on when I'll add them. The trees just connect everything together, and it looks so much better. This is like a catacomb, but I'm not gonna leave, because initially I thought it would look better. The asset looked pretty good in the picture, but now when you look at it, this looks like a tent. So forget it. So this too is a crematorium, but that one looks really nice, like the round one that you just saw. Little churches everywhere. That's pretty good too, because often when you go into a cemetery, you go to these little chapels and they have candles and things like that, and just if you want to pray to God. So these over here are much more expensive. They're like crypts. I think you can also call them mausoleums or whatever. And yeah, they're pretty fancy, and they're also up on the hill, so the people in here, they are dead, but they have a pretty nice view of the city. And yeah, I will be placing a few roads with these fancier crypts. And yeah, now you see, basically I'm just putting trees everywhere. Also, I am lining the walls with trees also, just because, well, more from the interior. From the exterior, I don't really mind if you see the walls. But from the interior, I want it to look like a much more green than just like I want to, obviously you can't get rid of the wall. It'll always look like a wall, but it looks much better when it's full of greenery. That over there is a crematorium. I was like on the side of the water. It looks really nice. So as you can see how big this graveyard over here, this main one is, and it has the walls from the main road, which isolate it pretty well. And these trees, oh my god, they just change everything. It looks so much better now. I'm placing a few flowery trees. So as you can see, there's a bunch of catacombs in this part of the graveyard, the northern part. This over here is a gated community actually, so that gated community is also surrounded by walls. So this whole neighborhood feels very, this is a very, very expensive area. This cemetery is not for everyone, especially the northern part. It's a very expensive and fancy cemetery. You can basically tell also just by the fountain, And right next to it, there's Belmont Hills, which is a neighborhood I built in part of this series. You can watch it on YouTube there. I have a video about it. Yeah, so these trees over here I'm placing are very key. It hides off the wall a little bit. It makes everything look a lot more organic. The entrance needs a nice landscaped area. This lawn over here, I'm trying to starting to get a bit sick of. It needs something just in front of it, in front of the walls, something just to make you feel good, to make you love the cemetery. A few flowers here and there, and it's just gonna lift everyone's spirits up. I put a little bit too many flowers on the left side, guys, but don't worry, that'll be fixed soon. And to finish it off, I'm gonna put some lovely bushes that I have from the workshop. This is my favorite bush, guys. I really love it. It's fantastic. It's so versatile. It fits almost in any scenario. There you go. I'm going to try to hide the wall a little bit just so the lake looks even better. But besides that, the cemetery is almost done. Now, only logical thing left to do is to put some landscaping around the fountain. Right after, I'm going to beautify this wall a little bit. Because without these plants over here, this wall, for all we know, behind this wall, there could be a nuclear plant. So just by adding these trees, this wall looks so much better. And just because there's also houses right on the other side of the wall. And this wall is like as tall as the house, so you don't want to destroy the view and just basically lower the land value of those houses. For no reason. I mean, it's near the nicest cemetery on earth. You know? So the wall should be pretty nice too. Yeah, I love this bush, guys. Alright, so this episode has come to an end, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Please leave a like, subscribe. I also love it when you guys comment, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. See you guys, have a nice day.